What if you devoted this year to loving yourself more? It sounds simple, but most people actually get this completely wrong. Most people set New Year's resolutions about losing weight or making more money, but why? They want to lose weight so that they could look better in Instagram photos. They want to make more money so that they can get the latest iPhone, the latest Gucci bag, the latest Tesla Cybertruck. They want to make more money so that they can look cool. This year, I want to challenge you to not set goals based around material things or what others think of you. Instead of trying to be hotter or richer so that other people will like you more, why not dedicate this year to loving yourself more? Now, when I say love yourself, I'm not talking about just overcoming your insecurities and learning how to appreciate your unique personality traits. These things are a good start, but that's just scratching the surface. On a deeper level, I'm talking about being so genuinely happy and fulfilled with your life that you can't help but love yourself. The truth is, most people hate their lives, and that causes them to hate themselves. And it makes sense. It's hard to love yourself if your circumstances suck. If you're unhappy with your life, you're going to be unhappy with yourself. So, how do you start? How do you change that? By solving the root of the problem. You need to create an environment where that can actually happen. And that means improving the quality of your life. Think about it like this. If you're dating a person who fights with you all the time and nitpicks at everything you do, how are you going to love yourself? If you have friends who tell you you're stupid and put you down whenever you talk about trying something new in life, how are you going to love yourself? If you work at a dead-end job that drains every ounce of energy out of you on a daily basis, how are you going to love yourself? Trying to love yourself when you're stuck in terrible circumstances is like trying to get a bird to fly when it's trapped in a cage. Now look, I get that there are some things in life that you cannot change. For example, I was born into a poor family and grew up in poverty. That was out of my control for the most part. Another example is that I'm a below average looking Asian dude, also out of my control. Look, there are things that you can't change. So for these things, you just need to accept them and make the best of it. But most things are not out of your control. Most things can be changed, and it's up to you to create that change. So this year, I challenge you to reassess your life and be brutally honest about your happiness. When you're setting your New Year's resolutions, optimize them for how you can cultivate an environment where you're actually able to love yourself. That means saying hell yes to the things you actually love doing and fuck no to the things that you don't. That means not accepting a life of mediocrity because you value your time and you know deep down that you deserve better than that. That means dedicating this year to growth and fulfillment, even if the things you enjoy are unconventional. That means optimizing your life for happiness on your terms, not comparing yourself to others, not wanting something just because some Instagrammer you follow has it. So the best way to optimize for happiness is by evaluating and then improving the three most important pillars of your life. Pillar number one is your relationships. Spend time with people you love, the ones who help you grow and contribute meaningfully to your life. Think about your friends, your family, your romantic partner. How do they make you feel? How do they treat you? If you realize that some of your relationships are toxic, consider cutting them out. Don't waste your time on people who hurt you, discourage you, or bring out the worst in you. Pillar number two is your health. Take care of your body, eat healthy, exercise, don't live a sedentary lifestyle. And on top of your physical health, pay attention to your mental health too. This is something that most people tend to overlook. Get a therapist to help you sort through past trauma or current challenges. Practice meditation to ease anxiety, stress, and learn mental strength. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health because it is the lens through which you see and react to the world. And lastly, pillar number three is your career. Your job is where you spend most of your waking hours. Take some time to make sure that it's one that actually makes you happy. When most people evaluate their careers, they think about, how do I make more money? Don't do that. Don't focus on the material things. Something like money can make you happy in the short run, but focusing on it can be detrimental to your life in the long run. Instead, ask yourself, does this career path make me happy? And if it doesn't make you happy, find one or create one that does. Don't be fooled by people that make you feel like it's okay to have a career that makes you miserable. It may be common, but common isn't necessarily good. If you can reconstruct your life so that each of these three pillars, relationships, health, and career, brings you joy, then I guarantee your mind will be blown by how much your life will change in just a year. It wasn't until my early 20s when I did this for myself. I cut out toxic friends that, looking back, I probably should have cut out way sooner. And now, the only people in my life are the ones that support me, help me grow, and add an incredible amount of value to my life. I started seeing a therapist who helped me work through my weaknesses. I started meditating regularly to reduce daily stress. Just doing these things alone gave my life so much mental clarity and energy that I didn't have before. And lastly, I completely changed my career path. I dropped out of school despite having 1 semester left. I quit my minimum wage job and left it for a YouTube channel where I could pursue what I was actually passionate about. And I'll be honest, before making these changes, I hated my life. I was miserable and unfulfilled, and as a result of that, I hated myself. But by just focusing on these 3 pillars, I'm now in a place where I can genuinely, truly say that I'm happy. All of these 3 pillars are incredibly large, important parts of my life, but one was arguably the most impactful of all, my career. Simply because that's where I spend most of my time. Because of this, optimizing my career for happiness had the biggest immediate and long-term impact on my overall well-being. Think about it. Imagine going from working 50 hours a week on something you hate. Maybe you're hunched over in a cubicle all day. Maybe you're a cashier at a retail store doing the same thing, ringing people up over and over. Imagine that, and then compare that to working 50 hours a week on something you truly love. Maybe it's documenting your experience while traveling the world. Maybe it's playing video games. Maybe it's curating the newest outfits of the season. To most people, doing something like that as a career is just a pipe dream. As for me, I made that pipe dream a reality simply by utilizing YouTube. I was able to turn my hobbies into a full-time career and wake up every single day excited to go to work. And now I've made it my mission to help as many people as I can do the same thing. At the end of the day, I challenge you to make this year different. I challenge you to reassess your life and be brutally honest about your happiness. I challenge you to devote this year to loving yourself.